Hey, what's going on? I can't say let's get it, so I'm remix a little bit. We gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
I almost put Wayne's overlay up since you wanted to start with.
Welcome in, y'all. How y'all feeling today? My name is Empress Ashanti. We have Huey in the building. We have a awesome special guest. Her name is Purity Jhimya, the holistic healer, hustle motivate lead, all of that. How you feeling today, Mama? Welcome in.
I appreciate it. Grateful to be here. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for the opportunity. And Jhimya, not Jhimya. Jhimya, not Jhimya.
I done got
She trying to
corrected
she trying
already.
that she trying to act like Wayne and started listening to the names.
Yo.
She took Wayne's time.
See, you
The
know
host
what?
always mess up somebody's name.
It's all love,
You know
though. It's
what?
all love.
I'm gonna just be quiet. I really hope he watching too. So he just damn. Oh, we gonna start that bit back on over. But yes, welcome in. We're glad to have you. We're glad to just be here in this space. Provide the motivational shit today. You know, just being amongst each other to really, bring forth who we are. You know what we stand for, our mission, our power. So, like Wayne said, let's get it.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
For sure. So we usually start off with some controversial, mess, but we're gonna skip over that. We want to keep it positive. Today's a very gloomy day. So we want to keep that sun shining as, we're shining with the sun. So today we have Purity in the building. We'll give thanks because she's so pure for her soul. She has so many things going on for herself. And the first thing I want to discuss is your children's book. How did you come about that? What are your children's book, and what brought you to that space?
So the book's called A Child's Pain. I wrote it probably like a year ago. And just being real with y'all, I had came to a point where I started understanding my own trauma. Like just started paying attention to like myself as a child, my mama, my dad, and my brothers, like really looking at my household and my family like lineage, if you want to say. So it's basically me speaking from a perspective, the child's view on trauma and how I felt with my mama, my dad, and brothers, sisters, grandma. So it was just a way that I felt people, how I want to say it, like where we come from, just being melanated people, we not used to speaking on trauma and just being honest about certain things that go on and just being vulnerable about it. So I just felt like writing was my only way for, I'm gonna be real, my mama known to receive it, like to receive like the trauma that I experienced, and not too much of a like just growing up in a broken home, but certain things like it just became aware, y'all. I'ma just be real. So I was just like, I don't want to keep carrying out the trauma. I don't want to keep having these thoughts in my head like I'm a bad person or I'm wrong for feeling how I felt. So I just used them thoughts and turning it into something, and that what led to the book for real.
So you basically alchemize your trauma and, positively put it into a space where we can also utilize that and bring awareness to our childhood traumas.
Right.
And so with that being said, you focus on children, correct? Like
Yeah,
youth center
Okay,
and homeschooling, curriculums. Can you tell me more about that? How did that come out? And what's your plans on that? Like you just got so much going for yourself.
I'm just on a journey of growth and development myself. So why I got, how I want to say it, why I'm so drawn to like youth development and child development. I remember like my shift in my childhood started when I was in 7th grade, and that's like a pivotal moment. And I realized that people don't pay attention to that, like that transition from elementary school to middle school, just certain behaviors you begin to even, I want to say, performing or just doing unknowingly. So I focus so strongly because in the 7th grade, that's when I seen like, dang, like I just needed somebody to tell me don't go that way, like don't do this, don't do that, like it's a better path. But instead, I got caught up in the games, my peers, and just I don't know, just in the streets, man. And not saying just in the streets heavily, but just around a lot of activity I shouldn't have been around at that age. Yeah, yes. So I started like, dang, like why was I so involved in this? But my mama working hard, but my daddy in prison. So it just stuff I became aware of. Like this an age where people really need to focus on their child's like development and really see like, all right, they growing up, who are they around, who they hanging around, like what is your child really doing when you're not around them? So I just started to like really see like, dang, I just really needed somebody to pay more attention to the people I'm hanging around and what I'm allowing myself to be drawn to, if that makes sense. So I was that child that just needed a coach that can personally work with me. So I just look at it, why not I be that to somebody else?
Yeah. Being the change you want to see.
Right. So my whole mission is just empowering the youth towards entrepreneurship, ownership, and self-love through like just being there for them, cause that's all it really take. Like I don't need no
cycles.
So the homeschooling part came from when I actually left Georgia and went to traveling to Seattle and Oregon and got brought into a homeschool curriculum program. And just seeing how homeschooling don't got no age on it, and how I applied them same schooling method that I was grateful to be a part of to my life. And I was like, oh dang, like this really something that need to be continued. Yeah, so I just started paying attention to my own life, y'all. I'm gonna be real. So
now look, you just making a change. Like literally, that's what we're here for, to break all these curses. A lot of people are not aware of the power that we possess as being human beings. And you took that, that torch and alchemized it as best as you could. So we have our conversations day in and day out. And I'm just very much so honored to be a part of your journey as well, to see you grow and nurture the youth. Because honestly, if we don't focus on the children, the cycle's gonna continue to happen.
Right.
We're gonna continue to get the kids what we get today, the cussing, the fighting, not respecting the elders. It is gonna be much more worse than what we have right now. Versus if we have somebody that's actually focused on the youth, that has, so much an age similarity. They're like, oh, okay, well, she's melanated. Okay, she's in kind of the same age group. She kind of got the same, background as I did.
Right.
I can really tap into that. Versus an adult telling a child what to do. It's like, nah, I don't want to hear that.
And that's really why I don't. It been so many people I feel like trying to get me from my purpose of working with the youth, because I'm still growing and developing myself. But I feel like that's the gift that I have, because it's still like I'm in that middle gap. I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm just trying to show you a different route.
Right.
But you got adults wondering why they kids cussing at them, not listening, because you just trying to enforce something and not really trying to understand your child.
Officer. Yeah, you're a police officer.
You said you left Georgia. Where you from?
So I'm really from Georgia. My mom from Florida. My dad from here.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so the South.
And how you get the holistic hood healer? Like how you get that title?
Around my homeboys, I'm gonna be real. Like just seeing how me just showing them different ways to eat, different ways to live. So it's like I'm in the hood with it, but I don't use hood as like a bad thing. Yeah. Nah, like I really look at it as something to connect with the people that I'm striving to serve, and looking at it as community, because that's how we look at the places that we from. But I ain't racist, but the white man got us thinking that our hood is bad. Wow. Because of they protect it as the hood, the projects, but it's like, nah, these our community. This where our people grew up at. So I just look at it as a way to really connect with the people that I'm serving in the area that I came up out of.
Yeah, sure. What do y'all feel about gentrification? Since we're talking about the hood.
Oh God.
I had a perspective change on gentrification. A older melanated guy, he told me, he was like, we look at gentrification bad because we don't understand it and we not a part of it. So that's why we look at it as, oh, these folks trying to come buy our neighborhoods up and just remodel them and raise the price, which is correct. But what if we got on the other side of gentrification and gentrified our own neighborhood without looking at it as somebody just trying to come buy us out and change our whole community? So at first I used to be mad about it. Kind of like, why all these folk moving in our neighborhood, buying? Because we ain't doing it. We ain't paying attention to it. So, hey.
We don't have the resources either.
Yeah.
So it's like we also get the backhand on that as well. We get upset, why they come into our communities doing this, that, and the third, but nobody's really putting the work to really tap into, the community for real.
Right.
So they have the opportunity to really tap in and, gentrify the community. In a sense, it does uplift the community in a sense. I can give you an example for Old Fourth Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Out there in Midtown Atlanta, you got an old apartment complex, and then you got the new high rise.
Man.
But you also see where, okay, you got the homeless people that's out there, but they don't go next to the high rise apartments. They stay where they at.
Right.
So it's all about, the mindset too.
Mm-hmm.
People be trapped in that hood mentality.
Facts.
They're not really realizing, okay, they really trying to help my community, but they're not really trying to help themselves.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm actually in agreement with that, because I used to be upset as well. Why these, white folks really trying to tap into our communities and try to really change things, and they already have so much power in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
However, they have the resources that a lot of our folks really don't have. A lot of our folks don't really care to tap into those resources. So, I mean,
because they got to chasing money. They got to chasing instant gratification. And I had to realize that, like, they just got us looking at our situation just so bad. Like, just looking at ourselves just so low. But it's like, you ever really thought about why y'all coming in my neighborhood if y'all got all their money and we so broken and we so this and that over people? Why y'all coming in our neighborhoods though? Why y'all trying to buy up our blocks and gentrify our neighborhoods? Like, I really had to think about it. Like, cause we got the gold, we got the keys, like we really do. But we too trapped in them, like you say, them poverty mindsets and them hood mentalities to even think of ourselves at a different level.
right.
So the more I started like getting around people from, not saying out of the hood, but just more business people, more people who carry themselves differently, I started to see like, oh, okay, it really is a mindset shift. And then if you don't know, you don't know. Cause if I be thinking this so many times, like if I would have never got exposed to certain people, where would I be today? Like even my mindset, like I be thinking that like heavily, like where would I really be at? Will I still be stuck chasing money, trying to just work a job, not pursue my brand, or will I just be another statistic following my father's footsteps, prison?
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Being
it's
a part of the system.
being a part of the system.
They
So
said once you're in the system, you always
forever in it.
Yeah. And so my mama definitely tried her best with that. Being a police officer for Fulton County, she didn't see it all, heard it all. Her victims getting put into like containers with cement, put in the Chattahoochee River, having like her inmates telling, hey, you see that the officer over there, I'm gonna do her daughters the same way I did my victims, type shit. Like, so she did her best, very much so, trying to keep me out of the system, trying to make sure that I don't fall into those same trajectories that our folks really fall into every day in and day out. So I definitely give her so much grace and so much praise. At one point in time, as a child, I didn't really understand, because of the lifestyle that she's seen day in and day out. She's very much so protecting of her child and her children as well, because she sees how life really is. And so with that being said, hustle, motivate, and lead, how did you get to that point with your brand? Like,
Man, my brand started as a vision and a dream. Me and my cousin riding down the road smoking weed. I'm gonna be real. And I went to sleep and I woke up and it was just like hustle, motivating lead. And it was just something that really stuck with me because I went back the next day and was like, dang, why I had a dream? That's why I'm big on like dreaming is real. Like them dreams, like pay attention to them. So it just started off as a vision, and I tell people I never seen myself doing clothes. I looked at clothes as a way of like branding and marketing. I only got into clothes because I got introduced to an entrepreneur selling merch, and I was buying merch from him,
Right.
and we connected that way. So my whole vision always been to have a school. Like the brand is a school. Like that's the brand. Like it's a school. So I'm just working my way towards that vision. But yeah, it just came in a dream, and I'm grateful I listened and ran with it for real.
facts. So, your dream is basically to have a school for the youth, having that home curriculum available to the youth versus indoctrinating the kids, not bringing the white education into our melanated, mentality versus actually having our own history being taught
Right,
to know what we came from, where we are now, and where we can go.
right, and that's like the whole thing. That it's called homemade education. Like, and I wanted to be like where the kids or people that come into the program they be able to craft their own curriculum because everybody learns differently, and that's what I had to realize. Like everybody learns differently, so I just want my platform to be something that not only a parent could get educated, but the child is actually playing a part in their education. And versus then, oh, you got to learn this to do this. Like,
Yeah.
nah,
All those testing and, homework that really doesn't do us any good outside of the main world. Like, you take all these tests, you just realize, like, I graduated high school, middle school, and elementary. You just like, okay.
right,
All
right.
that stuff that I was studying for, stressing about, crying about, I'm getting yelled at over about, failing classes. You just like, okay. Ain't none of this stuff that I utilize in school. I'm utilizing this real world, really. Credit, how to utilize your credit,
Right.
how to utilize, emotional support.
Critical
All
thinking.
these, yes. Common sense. Most
Right.
people don't have it.
They don't.
So I give so much thanks for you. I'm even rocking your bracelet right
Oh,
here,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I
Like,
already know that.
hustle, motivate, and lead. This is what we do, man.
Yeah,
Got it
so-
right here. Like, I wear this day in and day out to just let me know, like, everything, all your change really starts with yourself. Literally, you gotta hustle, you have to motivate, and you have to also be a lead.
Right.
So I give thanks.
I give
Show for
thanks. I
show.
appreciate
I
it.
saw one of your posts that I like. You were saying you're learning how to be at peace in the midst of chaos. Where there is no peace, there is no solution. Allow your mind to be the peace even in your trying times. Tell us about that.
Whew. Oh, wow. I had to really get comfortable with being in the midst of like just mess, and not saying like just messy things, but like just life situation. Understanding like life is not perfect. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are, how much power. Like people go through things on a daily. So a good friend of mine, her husband, told me one time, he was like, you gotta always stay in the eye of the storm. Cause once you go outside the storm, that's what everything else begin to happen. So I don't had to learn how to just, if I'm going through a situation, like stand in it and go through it instead of trying to run from it or suppress it with the drugs or just trying to escape the reality of like you just going through a storm right now. But it always rains. The sun always shine after the rain. So that's just something I had to learn. Like, hey, life ain't gonna be pretty, and long as you live it, you're gonna go through stuff. So just learning how to be at peace and learning how to control the thing that I can control, which is my mindset, how I react to certain things, how I just my perspective. So just learning how to woo saw when I wanna beat somebody up for real. So that's really yeah.
I ain't gonna put my hands on that person.
Yeah. right. I ain't gonna react this way. I'm just chill. I'm gonna think about this. Cause I really had to learn how to think about my actions. Cause I used to be very reactionary, like just reacting.
Going off, calling people out their names.
Man,
I didn't even care who you were. I used to call you a P You know, I used to just go off, and they were like, "You can't talk to these men like that." I'm like, I don't give a damn.
Man,
You a bitch.
hey,
I think Dollar need to work on directing. Sometimes you just say stuff out like, you know.
You know what? We ain't start a fire. Here
Yeah.
you go.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think
Oh, Lord.
you brought me into it.
ah,
I didn't mean to say that out loud. Something I meant to say
Oh, okay,
inside. My bad.
okay,
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Okay, all right.
Because we know how this gonna go.
No, but I want to ask you a question since y'all brought me to me and you had a conversation before the show started, and we was talking about artist management, right?
mhm.
Um, what do you think about the influence of the music these days
Whew.
since you're becoming someone wise beyond your years, mind you?
For sure.
So, but you're still working with people your age.
Mm-hmm.
What's the challenge in getting them to understand this side, your age versus the reality?
Right.
Good question.
Man,
Bridging the
that's
gap.
good.
It's definitely a challenge in just the instant versus longevity.
Right.
Getting them to think like, man, we if we looking, somebody told me, well, they asked me if I don't see myself doing something longer than 7 years, why even get into it? And I had to learn, I had to take that piece of advice for myself when it comes to building a brand and wanting to school, just having the vision for myself and knowing that nothing happens overnight. Like everything really happens over time. So it's a challenge just being just in our generation period with these cell phones. Like everything just given to you at a a fast pace. You seeing somebody online making $100,000 in a day. You seeing somebody else making, they probably ain't even made what they posted for real. So just realizing how to be in the real reality of things and not get so caught up in the the dream selling of things. So it's definitely a challenge when you not even asking yourself like, dang, do I just want to do this? Do I just want this quick success or do I want to be in this for the long run? So I think that's just the main challenge, like getting our generation to think more long term than instant.
Because that the music industry, they think it's so much quicker gratitude.
Man,
You know, once they realize, like, when they put themselves in a situation, oh, you know, I want to be like so and so and so and so, and real life starts to happen, they're like, oh,
right.
this is what they was talking about. Now you in this, you know, effed up situation where you can't really get yourself out of. Now your whole trajectory of your life is now changed because you want to idolize somebody who's already sold their soul, who don't realize that they already sold their soul.
And then looking at like when you talking about selling your soul, like people don't even truly know what that mean. Like I feel like when you giving yourself up for instant success versus then understanding your worth and giving yourself time to like really build yourself up. But hey man, like I say, people won't. We just in that microwave society where we just think that everything supposed to come so quick, so quick, so quick.
And that radiation in the microwave, so
Man.
it becomes cancerous and it spread.
So shout out to
Wayne.
Lightworker Wayne.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Scammers be making 100,000 a day.
Ain't a man.
Lightworker Wayne. Let's not forget that therapy can be a scam. Y'all continue.
Jeez, now you got red.
You got them
You
started.
But hey, the scammers, I'm gonna be real, the scammers hot right now.
That's what Atlanta known for
That's what the
too.
scammers hot right now. But it's so crazy because that's again, they not even thinking long term. Like, bro, you done scammed your whole life, your whole 20s. What you expect to
You
do
got nothing
in
to
your
show for it.
what you expect to do with it? And then it's like, bro, everybody's scamming just to keep up an image. Like, if I'm speaking on it, if you gonna steal something, at least put it towards something and build something. Like, versus than me scamming just to go buy some expensive clothes or go buy some expensive food or some exotic weed. Like, no, man, we gotta learn how to do right with the money for real. If you're gonna take that type of risk, cause that's a risk. That's fed time.
That's what them folks did. They stole a whole land and then sold it back to us, and now we thinking it's our block.
Hey,
You
man.
going to church today?
Oh,
It's Sunday. Ew. Lord,
I do have a question for
man.
y'all.
that's what
though.
happened when you the old man.
Hey, we be need y'all. I don't say you old, you wise, you an elder.
I like her.
question for
I like
everybody.
her.
Like,
I'm gonna replace you. Make you the host, 'cause co-host.
Take Wayne
Do
off.
it.
Bye, Wayne. Shit.
Wayne at home.
Fuck
Like,
up
what
names.
the-
You niggas.
This is what happened when you left us together, Wayne. we plotted against Wayne on his own show.
I don't want no smoke, Wayne. I don't want no smoke.
My stomach hurt.
I do have a question for you.
Oh man.
This really for everybody though. How do you beat survival mode? Like living in, we live in survival mode so long. How do we get up out of that? Anybody want to jump in?
I feel like it's definitely a mindset shift and it's a constant thing. Cause I felt like when I left Georgia, I was grateful to be in a place to like just be. You ain't gotta hustle, you ain't gotta worry about nothing, just be in a place of being. But when I came back, it was more so I gotta get it, I gotta make sure I'm good. So I'm just being real. I feel like it's a constant battle of shifting your mindset on knowing when you gotta survive and be in that position, and then realizing like, bro, I got everything I need. I got some food. I got a house. I got some clothes. Like all that extra stuff I'm chasing is just extra.
Yeah.
So just shifting it from, all right, I'm okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm alright. Everything else I want. Like it's a time for that. So.
Agree. And to piggyback on that as well, because a lot of people in the community, they tend to be in the spiritual realm and not knowing how to come back down to reality, because we literally in a reality world. So when they tend to think the Most High's gonna get me, I have everything I need, which you do, but you also know how to be a part of the game.
Right.
You think you got the matrix, but you still live in the matrix because you got to pay rent. You still got to pay mortgage. You still got to, put gas in your car. You still got to do all of these things to really sustain your life. Physically, spiritually, we got everything we damn need.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, most people, they get too trapped up in here, so they don't know how to really have that balance of coming in and out and having that balance. And that's when they tend to find themselves struggling with reality.
Right.
But they find themselves really A1 with, the spiritual world.
Right.
You can't really, that's not how it works.
Facts. I feel like once you're able to tap into that spiritual realm, that's just a gift for you to learn how to maneuver in the real world. Cause I had to learn, like, I had to start asking myself these questions, like, what do I really need out here? Like, how much do I need to maintain myself, and everything else is extra? Like, really had to sit with myself and still be asking myself, what do I really need to sustain? Like, I know I want to be in an abundance of money, but what do I really need to take care of my everyday needs versus then saying I just need some money. I'm just trying to make some money.
And we always had a discussion as well. Like, we had financial discussions. How much money do I need a day to really meet my needs? How much money do I need a week to really sustain my life? And you said, what, $200 a day to really meet your needs? I'm just sitting here thinking like, ooh, we really need funds to really support our everyday life daily.
And then we so consumers. That's another thing too.
We talked about that last week. Yes.
Yeah, we just consuming. So it's just like half of the stuff that you think you need, you don't even need it. It just got caught up in the consumption of it. So now it becomes a need for it. I mean, it becomes a want basically. So not that's a whole nother topic.
The addiction of having things at the easy access and not realizing how powerful these things that we have and possess that are around us, we tend to overconsume that.
Right.
So you a healer. What you eating? What you cooking? What's let that food be that medicine. What you
Yeah.
Tell us what you prepare. I know you know.
In most space, my diet consists of mainly fruits and vegetables. I have been incorporating a little salmon and fish every now and then because I'm an athlete. Just staying muscular, just keeping that little protein in my life.
Omega-3s.
Yeah, so just keeping that little bit. I don't do too much of it though, but for the most part, bro, like I'm cooking fruits, I'm eating fruits and vegetables, and it sounds boring, but once you get in that flow of like, dang, I could really live like this. I could really do some things. So my favorite dishes though be like I love fruits, cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, kiwis, like they're my favorite fruits.
She grow her own fruit too, y'all.
Oh, okay.
I'm learning.
Agriculture.
I'm learning, man. I'm learning,
Yeah,
man.
she's very
Making kale
versatile.
wraps.
Yeah, he talking about no kale wraps. I just be
Yo,
cooking, man.
so you also have like meal plans as well, or
Oh
how
yeah,
that's gonna work for you? Because it sounds like you're very diverse as well when it comes to like healing and food.
right. So
So
that's the part I'm at right now in my transition, like understanding the balance of it. Cause a part of me wants to focus on the growing, but growing that requires another level of focus. Then I want to focus on the meal prep as well. So um it's kind of like I'm in a place like this right now with that. So I'm
that
trying to
pendulum.
yeah. So just knowing that the meal preps, excuse me, like something I want to do, but knowing that if I learn how to really grow this food, the meal preps will just come easy.
True. And then too, you know what you growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what ain't no pesticides, herbicides, all that's in your plants and vegetables. You also are able to take out the middleman when it comes to
Right,
the vegetables and the agriculture world because we still have to fund them
right,
not knowing how they growing their food.
right.
So you become the head honcho basically when it comes to everything, when it comes to your business, growing your food, your meal plans, just being an overall versatile coach,
Mm-hmm.
so that's whew.
Yeah, and shout out to the farmers, man, because I done connected with a lot of local farmers, and that's what I be telling people. Like, it's people that been doing this way before my time and way before your time. So I just been taking the honor just connecting with people who done been in this field longer than me, and just seeing like really I don't gotta know how to do everything as long as I got people that's doing these things. So shout out to the local farmers, man, cause they be
Facts.
coming through.
Shout out to Baba Soul.
Yeah.
They be coming
It's
through.
about who you know as well and what you know. It's not always about who or what. It's about both of them.
And then realize you don't gotta do everything, bro. Like you don't gotta do everything.
Why you say that?
Cause like that's how society got us, like thinking that we gotta run every component of our business, every like we just gotta know everything. But what I've been learning about myself lately, like I'm great at pulling people together. Like I'm real good at bringing people together and like putting the pieces on the table. I might not be as efficient as you may be in one area, but
Right.
I'm good at pointing out your strengths. I'm good at like, okay, she could do this, or I could do this. So I'm learning how to like take the same concept what I learned from basketball, being a point guard, into business and life. So yeah, so it's like I'm a point guard, man. I'm done trying to figure out like I gotta just do and know everything. Like nah, let me see
Play
what
your
I
position,
need.
yeah.
Yeah, let me play my position and see what I need and see who do I know that can play the other positions. Cause yeah, it's just a headache trying to know everything, bro.
They say you're supposed to have people that's smarter than you around you.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, the room that I usually, because I spoke about this when I first started the podcast as well. I was always the bigger person in the room. Now the room is just right for me, if not even bigger.
Right.
And it's just like, yo, this is amazing to really be a part of amongst people who are like minded, who have more resources, who are willing to teach, who have the patience to really work with me and work with others around in the community. So it's really a good feeling to have a 360 all around within our trajectory. Wayne got something to say. He said, give people certain tasks, pay for everyone else to do that certain thing.
Right,
Allocate
that
your
time.
Yeah, delegate.
Because you do like waste a lot of time really just trying to do everything, being the jack of all trades.
Right. And the master of none. So I don't realize if I could just master organization. Oh, I'm alright.
What Erica Badu said, figure out that one thing that you're good at
Right.
and master that.
Who's your favorite healer?
Oh, shout out to Queen of Food.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
Second
girl.
woman.
Yeah, I actually met
yeah.
her, man.
Same. I
She
done
met her too, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what we do. That's what we do, man. We really ain't out here, not really.
And
just
I
walk the walk, talk the talk for real.
shout out to my elder in Washington. I ain't gonna speak on his name, but he used to study under Dr. Sabi. He kind of low key with it. He don't be on social. He like one of
They trying to get rid of everybody that started on the set.
yeah. So yeah, shout out to him too, cause he he definitely helped me along in a short amount of time. Like just like, man, I'm so grateful I just even know you.
So, what was your actual
Sheesh.
reason for going to Washington?
Shout out to my brother David. He actually got me out there in Oregon.
Okay.
Did some young entrepreneurs. Went out there. He got his own shoe cleaning business. So I went out there just helping with the back end of things, and that led to me on my journey as just a butterfly. I'm just networking with people, connecting with people. End up going to a farmers conference and end up moving to Everett, Washington. From a
Okay.
lady I met at the farmers conference. So that what led me to Washington. My move to Oregon.
Sheesh, you be out here really making moves, man.
Hey, man.
Conferences on conferences.
Yeah, I mean, networking, like networking, and I got exposed to like just traveling at a younger age. So now I'm just at the point where I'm not young. I'm not too young no more, where I can actually go experience places how I want to experience.
Because you have a lot of people in our just like melanated people that haven't really got out of 75, 85 door.
Man, out of their own communities,
Yes,
and
don't
that what
even know
keep them
what's
in that
right.
box too.
So shout out to our parents. Shout out to ourselves for really just taking that initiative to really just explore to see what life is outside of 85 and 75.
Yeah, you finna go to India.
Yeah. I got 13 more days until I'm out. I'll be gone for a month.
Excited for you.
I am
Me too. I
Bring us some back.
remember the moves.
Yeah.
For
Please
sure.
bring us some back.
I am. I'm gonna do my best. They said everything out there is really actually cheaper out there. So.
I just want a bracelet.
Okay.
I like want a bracelet.
I like little souvenirs. I don't want that. Man.
Nothing too big. Yeah. And I just like I said, I'm really an advocate for life. I really want everybody to know. Like I came from a corporate job for 8 years to really
I don't think I worked nothing longer than 8 years.
And a lot of people be like, how do you do it? It was the pay. It was comfortable. I was able to work outside, cleaning cars. I love to be a clean person. I clean my car every day, honestly. So, for that, it was a much so of an asset because one, I was an assistant manager for a year. So now I know how to lead a group of people. I know how to manage a business or manage a project and to reach a common goal. So I feel as though corporate has definitely been an asset to my journey as well. But from 8 years to now, my life has just definitely changed for the better. And it's like I want to be that person, that inspiration that, okay, she did it and was shitless scared, not knowing where or what or how she was going to get it or where she was going to go. But she's actually doing the shit. So I want to be that person to really be the inspiration for life, like be the advocate for life. Like y'all can really make a change. Just write it down and this shit really gonna happen.
It might not happen right then, but it gonna happen.
And be specific really of what you want to do in your life because you can ask for all of these things, but when you're not really specific and you really just have to figure out, shit, I have it now, but now I really got to figure out how I'm gonna really make everything shake.
Right.
Master Manifester.
Oh, speaking of that, we just had a conversation. So she's a manifester generator. I'm a generator. So our human design.
Uh-huh.
Human
Oh,
design.
You gonna say
What
that?
is that? So your human design is basically, I don't really know how to explain it. But I just feel like for me, that's just how you actually function in life.
Right.
Like how you able to.
I feel like it's another way to look at how you are as a your character,
Your archetype.
Yeah, just your development, like for you to pay attention to how you move, how you are with certain things. So yeah, that's really like it's deeper, but that's like the gist of it, like a deeper level for you to understand your characteristics for real.
Brandy Cross said a walking legacy.
Oh yeah, shout out to my West Coast family, man. They're my folks out on that West Coast for sure.
Shout out to Brandy. But yeah, just being a generator for me, like I had 3 hours of sleep and I'm just going. I like that's what I do. As if you look at a generator, once the power go out, you got a generator that's plugged up outside that keep everything going.
And then the manifestor generator, I have to learn how to recharge, because if I go too much, I burn out. So she could probably go to a certain extent, but you still got to learn how to
Just sit down,
recharge the generator. So
put some fuel in there.
Right.
So that's just
motivate and lead.
hustle, motivate, and lead.
Have you
man.
ever had anybody like come back that you impacted and like
Oh,
thank you,
yeah.
appreciate,
Oh yeah, that from the wristbands actually. Like I've been doing the brand 3-4 years, and like I said, it started off at t-shirts and wristbands. The wristbands is just it's just a part of me, because I like wearing stuff on my wrist. So it's just a reminder,
Yep.
like just a daily reminder. So I done gave out over 1,000 wristbands. Like, and people, I'm talking about, it be
I
people
need
like,
one.
for sure, you gotta get one. But it be people that just remember when I first started the wristband, when the paint was rubbing off on them, like, and they just like, man, I just look at them like, I just be needing that, like, just a reminder, man. Keep going.
You gotta
What
change.
influenced you the most
As in what aspect?
in your life?
Um, Shout out to Nipsey, long live Nip, Nipsey for sure, and even though they be getting on my nerves, my people, bro, like my family, for real, like it's a little hate thing, but like they inspire me, like just to want more for myself, like, and want better for like generation to come, or just me being a part of this family. Like, I know I might can't change every last one of y'all, but if I keep believing and doing the path I'm on, like, hey, my sister might hit me up one day, like, what you got going on, sis? So my brother might hit me up. He might be interested in what I'm doing. So my family and Nipsey, for real.
Because there's a post I had put on my Instagram. It said, I heard someone say, unfortunately, some people were not put here to evolve. They are here to remind you what it looks like if you don't. And it makes so much sense.
Know what I'm saying? Like, man.
You just look at, your reflectors of people and like where you was once in your life and where they at right now. That's how you were at that one point. But look at yourself now. It's like, I don't want to go back to that part. But you also is like, maybe I could help you because I was in your position at one point. Sometimes people just don't want to help. They just want to be in that same position and play that part.
Right. I was listening to something. It was like, like with spirituality, our experiences give us that I don't want to say clarification, but it just give us that tool that we need to help somebody else that going through the same thing I done went through. So it's like realizing you're gonna always be in places of your life where you're gonna have to continue to pull people up, and knowing that situation you going through and growing through, like, they really are to help somebody else. And that's why I'm getting at the point, like, the situation I've been going through and been overcoming, it to be like, dang, bro, why I'm going through this? But then I might meet somebody like a week or two later and they going through the same thing I just overcame. Like, so it's like life is a continuous.
My mom had told me last week, well, a couple nights ago, because I came in the house and I was pushing out some CMOS orders, but I kind of got a little frustrated because, just clean up the house all day, and now I have to work on my business. And so I kind of got a little frustrated, but she was like, don't be too humble where you can't pull up the next person. Don't be too humble where you can't look down and grab them up.
Right.
Instead of just, walking over them.
And that's why you got that's how I feel about just some of these so-called influencers and people that got money and power. They ain't really looking to help the next person, for real. It may seem like it, and then you got a lot of them just doing it for clout. Like, fame and social media. It's just like, nah, bro, like, help me out. Like, I ain't looking for no handout, but you see me trying on, you know that you probably just got one finger that I need to pull me up from this situation. But you got people so selfish and just stuck up in they ways and what they got. It's just like, man, that's why I ain't gonna say we ain't getting nowhere, because you got people that really that'll really help you out in life. There's some genuine people out here, but you got the mass percentage of them selfish, just be getting on my nerves, bro. I don't see how people be so selfish, bro.
earlier you said you had to evolve and all that. As you evolve, do you still be around some of the people that you didn't like? You went to another level, but
Oh
they
yeah.
didn't. How you deal with that?
Mm.
uh it be hard, but I be have to remind myself like, bro, I'm still growing, man. I'm still experiencing life myself, but I just had to learn boundaries and just standing on what I believe in,
Mm.
realizing like I know I done broke away from this. Don't keep going back to it. Like don't
Mm.
keep going back to it. So it's a challenge, but as long as I'm like standing firm in what I'm believing in, people don't bother me how they used to. Like certain things I'm around, like it don't bother me. For instance, when I moved and came back and had to come back to my hood and my community, it was just like, damn, like I just left all of this to come back to square one. And it had me like slight in a depression phase because I was just like, bruh, this can't be it. But I had to realize like you know how they say like God to show you your vision, but it ain't gonna show you how you get there. And I just feel like that was one of those moments like when you get reminded like where you wanna be, but you gotta realize where you at,
Mm.
and just that gap in getting there. It gonna come with all the
Meeting them halfway.
yeah,
What,
so
Meeting them
what
halfway.
about you? Like as you evolve, how you deal with people that's not evolving?
That's a very good question. Honestly, I just continue to be myself, like she said,
Yeah,
and just be the example of the righteousness that I've chosen
yeah,
to take on the torch. Now, for that being said, I don't hang around them too often because their energy tends to rub off like cancer. It's like an illness. So I could just continue to be a lead by example and hope that they'll also follow behind me, or not even behind me, but follow right beside me, walk beside me. Because 9 times out of 10, like I said, these people, they won't help, but they don't know how to get the help. They
right.
too stuck in around the people who are on the same level as them, and having that one person that has the light is like, okay, I see it, but it's so much darkness down here that it's like hard to get up to the top.
yeah.
So I try to just stay to myself as much as possible, be around people that are actually in the same position or even higher position that I am. Therefore, I don't get back into the old ways, because the old ways definitely always gonna call you back.
Man, I'm talking about
She
whew.
said something.
They're gonna call you
For
back.
real. And it's like it come when you really striving to change.
Yeah.
Every
Like,
time.
ain't like, bro, I'm just trying
So
to.
use your discernment. Use that power that you have, your tools that the Most High have really provided you. Like, use that discernment. Use your judgment. Use your, what they say, not discrepancy.
Get it out, auntie.
Come
Get
on,
it
come on.
out.
Well, use your judgment as far as just making your decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you have the choices. You know that you have the wise option to really make good decisions. You have the ability to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how small a choice is to make a greater impact in your life, or make the worst impact of your whole entire life, just
Right.
by that one choice of decision that you made.
I'm grateful for the brother that told me. He was just like, just gotta learn how to make better decisions. Like, cause that wrong decision that you might make, it might just change your whole life for the worse, man. But I had to do essas how to like I asked him, how do you make better decisions and better choice? He was like, ask it, is it a healthy one? And I was like, oh damn. Like that's something to think about before you even start doing something. Like ask yourself, like, is this healthy? And if it's not, and you still choose to do it, that's you.
Yeah.
Like that's you. So
When you're not hustling, motivating, and leading, what you doing for fun? Like who are you for like the fun side of you?
Oh man.
I
Hey.
like the vibe, man. I like to be around good people. I like to eat. I like to travel. I like to be in nature. I guess you could say I like taking pictures for fun, even though it's kind of like a side hustle too. But I just really like being. Like I had to realize, like I got out of that partying and stuff early, so I'm not too much of a clubbing partying person. But I do enjoy being around good music, good vibes, good food, and just watching movies sometimes, just chilling, not thinking about it too much. And I like to read too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely be putting me on some good books for sure.
Yeah, man.
You don't be skating like Ashanti.
I know how to skate, but I don't know how to do all that she be doing. I know how to not fall.
That's
We
the
doing all
main
that.
part.
I just know how to not fall. Like, but I enjoy it though. But it ain't nothing like I ain't
I
spot
gotta
like
go
her.
skating.
Yeah, I ain't.
I just came back. That's why I ain't getting no sleep. Literally,
Talking about 4 a.m.
4 a.m. I got in the house because we did a slow set at Stone Mountain Skates last night from 11:30 to 3, and I've been there every. So I do that as my physical activity. If I don't go to the gym, if I don't go to the track, if I'm not active physically, then skating's gonna be that
That's
calling
good.
for me.
Oh, yeah.
So 4 hours, 5 hours of skating, just vibing, catching a vibe with folks, watching T Smooth. Shout out to T Smooth and all our folks that's out there really making a way by utilizing their talents with skating. It's just amongst a good vibe to really be a part of. So
Basketball would be my thing
Me too.
to her skating.
yeah.
I could do basketball.
Okay, let's go to a house game or something.
Yeah, I'm talking about playing too.
Okay, ooh,
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
let's do it. I play basketball too
Yeah, I
now.
love basketball. Basketball my first love, man.
I coach 12
Okay.
Adamville.
Okay. Yeah, I love basketball.
Coach Huey in the building. Brrr. I love it. I love it. So, in all, is there anything else that you gotta say, Huey?
No.
Any questions or?
I just I love her energy. I love everything you stand for. I just want to say keep going, man. Don't let nobody stop you or discourage you. We need more
Facts.
people like you, and what I'm saying, reach into the youth. Like I really appreciate you.
Where can we follow you? Like, how can we subscribe to your vibe? Keep in contact. Follow with the latest updates.
You already know the vibes. You can follow me on Instagram at a little bit Lawson with 2 T's, and the link in the bio will take you to everything else.
Everything else. There's more to come.
Yeah, everything else, and I'm still growing and learning, y'all. I'm just on my journey and welcoming people to tap in with me.
Who can assist
On
you
the
into
way.
the journey? Yes.
You feel me?
But that's important. Most people look up to people like, oh, well, you are in a platform to do these things, but most times we're still also learning. And I can say that for myself. Like I've been to a yoga class, and the yoga instructor is not how I've, expect it to be, and that's another issue that we all tend to have their expectations. But I expected the yoga teacher to be like A1, like my other yoga instructors or my yoga guys, and she was just like not hitting on how I wanted to.
Right.
So it's just like I have to be in the position to really just be okay with a person who's in the process of still learning how to become their higher self.
Right. I love how you say that because I feel like this is for everybody. Like the difference between us and y'all is just age and wisdom. That's it.
That
So
is
it's just
absolutely
like
true.
y'all go through y'all trial and tribulation too. So it's like it's unfair. I feel like it's unfair for people to look at y'all as, oh, y'all got it all together because you teaching me something. No, you just got a little age, bro. But just giving the people that come in our life that can assist us grace too, because they still on the journey too.
Absolutely. It's a non-stop and learning part of life. What do you like about the Panani?
Wow, Wayne. That's why you ain't here today, Wayne.
What do
I'm
you
gonna
like
go
about
ahead
it?
and let y'all
We
know.
talking about
I'm gonna let
Cecilia
y'all.
rap.
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. I
You talking about
suspended Wayne. I was trying to be PR. Wayne is on suspension.
Here as
Yeah,
needed.
I told him to tell y'all.
Oh,
it's
he
a
talking about
different-
it too.
You know, trying to protect my guy. Wayne is actually suspended because he doesn't know how to conduct himself.
Always says.
Hey,
Yes.
well, I like that south on the border at
Yeah, you talking about the Cecilia rap, the Punani.
But the Punani, the Punani is salad. I get that.
That's
probably,
original though. That south on the border.
It do
that,
hit. It give you like a taco sensation.
And that Robert Q and that carrot tuna.
Woo!
Wow.
Well, we both said one.
Gonna
She
put
knew
you
what she
down,
was doing.
man.
Got me shaking in my boots right now.
Man.
She got also Purity. She do have a one-on-one consultation as well, so you guys can definitely hit her up.
Oh yeah.
The consultation is about health guidance, awareness, action plan for healthy habits. So please tap in, subscribe to the Vibe as much as you can. Follow on all her social media platforms. That way you can keep up with her latest updates, her new releases, just her journey, her path, her success. We're having so much fun right now, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
For sure.
We have so much grace and thanks that you're available to really just really tapping into your higher self.
I
And
appreciate this because it's just like I see you. Same like I
I
see
and I.
yeah, you feel me? So it's just like, yeah, man, I'm supporting the tribe, man. And that's another thing. I just want to shout out the tribe, like the people that who have supported me on my journey, like my sister Gooey. Shout out to Gooey. Shout out to Gooey, my brother B Burn. Like it's a lot of people that I could really shout out, but like I'm just grateful to be a part of your growth. You be a part of my growth. Be a part of y'all platform. Y'all be a part of my platform, and just plan into that development of it all.
That
You know?
360 rotation. That's
For
who we
sure.
are. The atom, the Mother Earth. That's who we are, man. We are one and one, I and I.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So make sure y'all subscribe to the Vibe. Huey, I appreciate you for being here. Make sure y'all
Most
subscribe to
definitely.
his Vibe. The Yale brand. Make sure you have a good day, man. This Sunday,
Yeah,
although the
likewise.
sun is not shining,
It's
it's
still
still
shining.
shining.
Hey,
She got on that yellow, so she making it known, like,
Yeah.
you know, still be a part of that light.
for
That light
sure.
is also within you, it's shining above you. So just make sure that you focus on your health, focus on your wealth, because at the end of the day, that's all that you have. Be open to receive, be open to love, be open to gentrification, because the rebuilding is also a part of your life. The rebuilding is also part of the get rid of the old habits.
Right.
The rebuilding, the reburning is part of the higher self, the righteous self. So just be grateful for overcoming the obstacles that you've been faced with. Be grateful that you're able to really rebrand and regrow and realign yourself day in and day out. Every time that, you know, we face obstacles, we tend to get back into those old habits, but also have your discernment, also have that judgment within yourself, also that you have so much power. Know who you are, know what you stand for. And I want to say, let's get it. Let's have
Let's
a great
get
For
week.
it.
sure.
Before
Stay
you get
connected,
out,
man.
Let's get it.
Do
Thank-
a little ASMR before you go.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my God.
hold on. Wait. Make sure y'all subscribe. That sound real good. And yeah, just make sure y'all get y'all CMOS. That CMOS gonna make you sound how I sound when you know you doing what you do. Because it definitely enhances your sexual organs.
Oh my God.
So we're not gonna take the left, but we're gonna keep right. Because I am a righteous one, but you know, we done with that. Have a great day and make sure you do what you do. Shine, boo. Okay, I'm done. Subscribe to the Vibe, man. Have a good day. Have a good week, and we
Yes,
love
sir.
y'all.
For sure.
Peace.